Hi, everyone. This is Hill.
And I'm Dale.
And we're the Daily Hill. We have a name. I'm so excited. Everybody's input and name ideas were top notch.
Mm-hmm.
We had some people even send in names that were not an option, like name ideas, not an option, as in we didn't think of it, which were really awesome as well. But this was...
I mean, the Daily Hill was also proposed by a friend.
Yes. Shout out to Kate.
Yeah. I still am sad that A Queer Suburban Odyssey won't be our podcast name.
I know. Shout out to Neil on that one. That is a good one, but a little bit long and kind of a tongue twister.
Maybe Kate suggested that if we tour, that would be our tour name.
Okay, everyone, when we go on tour with
Make
our
it big.
5 people in the audience.
Hey, we have 14 followers on Instagram.
Yes, thank you to all 14 of you who have followed us. We are picking up speed. I'm ready. Let's go.
I mean, everybody was really ready for our next episode.
Yeah. We got delayed. We were supposed to record last night with our first guest, but we've had not the best week. So we wanted to hop on and do a mini episode.
I had some really good questions in my brain for you and Alexis.
Oh, yeah. Our first guest is Alexis, my twin sister. So it should be fun with a dose of a lot of bickering. So it will be interesting. But what happened, Dale?
Well, jury's out about why it took an hour and a half, maybe close to 2 hours.
Close to 2 hours.
To fall asleep last night. But yeah, it was a struggle. Alexis came over. We ate dinner.
Mm-hmm.
He had a little treat.
Of chocolate.
Which I think is the culprit.
So I got on Reddit and looked at, can a small piece of chocolate affect your toddler's ability to sleep? I went down this rabbit hole and
yes.
Overwhelmingly, it was yes.
Well, also, my entire family is extremely sensitive to caffeine.
Oh. So he was really hyped up on so we threw that chocolate advent calendar away. Sorry, Lex. No more of that.
I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep.
Yeah. And so for all you parents out there and non-parents, a lot of people are struggling right now, including us. And so we want to take this as an opportunity to acknowledge that things be hard right now.
Literally, November has been a shitstorm.
Like, what day is it today?
It's November 22nd.
We're almost to December.
And honestly, I think it all started. I mean, we've been having a pretty not great few months, but then all of a sudden it felt like we were just getting bombarded.
One hit after another. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people feel that way right now, just with the climate of everything happening in the world. But I'm kind of angry at the universe at the moment.
Should we list a couple of things?
Yeah, you start.
Okay. Well, my 15-year-old cat has nothing wrong with her, just in case anybody was wondering. But she stopped eating. She went on a hunger strike
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So she lost 2 pounds in 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And we took her to the vet about
15 times.
Yeah.
I told the front desk person, Heather, that we're best friends now because I think I know about her entire life and all her rescue animals.
Honestly, she recommended to me to microwave wet cat food.
Barf.
And I was like, ha ha ha, yeah.
Never. We haven't tried that. Let us know if any of you have actually microwaved wet cat food for your cat. I don't think I could stomach it.
I'm sensitive to smell already.
We have plates of about 10 different types of canned cat food placed throughout our house right now. So you can imagine what this house smells like. It's really not great.
Yeah. Yeah. So microwave that? No, thank you.
Mm-mm. But I am curious if any of you have ever microwaved your cat or dog wet food to try to get them to eat. And did it work?
Luckily, I don't know what it was. Maybe the 2 anti-nausea shots.
Well, she had a UTI.
And the antibiotics.
And the arthritis shots.
And some appetite stimulant.
And the multiple visits have really put us in a financial funk.
I was going to say she's eating now.
Oh, well, I was going to say it has put us in a financial funk. I mean, we could do many episodes on the cost of veterinarian care, but that's
the cost of life. Let's be real. Everything's expensive these days.
So that's the first thing.
Okay, now you name one thing.
We get an email from daycare and has been at this new daycare for 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, and it's great and going well. As we're both working on Monday, we both get an email from our new daycare saying that took a fall off a 3-foot ledge with a picture of said ledge and a picture of his red cheek
Face.
with bright big tear falling down, and that he was not using his arm. So I email back and say, okay, well, can you keep us updated if he uses his arm? And also, why was he walking on a 3-foot ledge? But that's a whole nother story. So then I get a call from the daycare. Dale's at the gym, and they say that O is not moving his arm and you need to come get him for medical attention. So I go, I pick him up and go to urgent care and sit there. As you all know, it's quite the wait. And when you have a toddler in an urgent care that
Who has not napped
and is uncomfortable, it was quite challenging. And then Dale came to relieve me so I could come back home and do a work meeting. So you're just kind of taking shifts. Long story short, we get an x-ray. It's broken in 2 places. So now he is in a hard cast, and we have to limit activities and playgrounds and the risk of falling and re-injuring. And so I put out on
keep it dry.
Oh, and keep it dry. We live in the Pacific Northwest.
And at daycare, they go outside for 2.5 hours a day.
I mean, this is asking for miracle level.
I mean, it
shit.
just feels appropriate.
So I put it out there on Facebook, and so many of you are fab because the ideas that you came up with like blew me away, and everybody's been really supportive, so thank you. So he is now in this cast for 4 weeks, and we are trying to figure out how to bathe him and dress him. None of his shirts fit over this cast, so we are cutting things. And I went to the children's consignment and got a million other clothes that I thought might go over the arm. So it's been a challenge. I guess we're always learning, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like our luck this week has even been down, like it's down to like the little stuff too, right? I go to the gym today, have a good time, and I drive my friend home, and as I'm dropping her off, I realize I don't have my wallet. And then I'm like texting the coach saying like, oh, can I come back and get it? And they're like, he goes, another coach is there. I drive all the way back. It's locked. So then we have to drive back later to go get it.
Then our car started making this noise when we went over a bump, like sounded like a shock or a wheel bearing. I'm no mechanic, but we were Googling. Well, Dale was Googling as I was driving. And I just kept hearing like the dollar signs ringing up after all this vet care.
And I realized that I was triggered from a time when I had the Civic and the same noise happened. And it's just like the plastic under thing that has fallen is now dragging on the ground.
But there's been more that has happened that is challenging. I mean, just parenting a toddler and
with broken bones
at working full time. And it's everything that you all go through also. So it's all of this for me to say that it's hard. And when you're navigating life and challenges with parenting, work, not parenting, social circles, friends, trying to find self-care time, trying to find time for your partner is really difficult. And navigating that for me alongside grief of losing my mom 2 months ago has kind of made me a little bit angry, but getting through it. Wading through it.
Luna peed in the car.
Oh yeah, the cat peed on the car seat and has peed twice on our carpet. I mean, if you could see our car, it probably should be quarantined, like biohazard level. I mean, it's got yogurt pouch sprayed everywhere.
Yeah, taking recommendations from like car detailers.
Dirt and garbage, and now cat pee, and Dale has spilled coffee everywhere. Dale has a spilling problem, by the way.
How do some people spill things and other people don't?
I don't spill things.
You fill your coffee up so high every morning.
Me?
Yes.
Or in general?
No, you do.
Oh.
You. And you have multiple cups of coffee every day.
Yeah.
And you don't spill it ever. I have 1 cup of coffee and it doesn't go to the top for a reason.
And you still spill it.
And I still spill it at least once every 2 weeks. And that's on a minimum. Like I think last week I spilled it 3 times.
In both cars. So both cars are nasty.
Tumbling down the stairs, too.
So don't ask us for a ride anywhere unless you want to wear a mask and sit on a towel.
Oh, sound like you're dragging along something.
Yeah. Mechanically, the car might not be very sound. And also, we can't guarantee what bacteria is growing. Maybe MRSA, who knows? So let's focus on something that is going
So our positive.
Oh, yeah.
is this podcast.
Yes, we now have a name.
And we've been riffing off of like ways we could use the name to make punny little segments, like what hill would you die on?
Many. Shout out to Dale on all of these ideas. I am not this good.
Or, what's preventing you from climbing your hill, or what?
A lot.
Taking all of.
So we want to hear from you, if you
Yeah.
have time, what hill you all are dying on at the moment and how you're getting up your hill, because we could use some inspiration and motivation to push us up a hill.
Oh, we got your dentist news too.
Oh yeah, I went a couple weeks ago, went to the dentist for my 6-month checkup, and they're like, oh, we see a weird shadow on your x-ray, you have to go to an endodontist. And I'm like, oh God. So I go and they're like, oh yeah, you have this really weird thing where your body, your bone and your jaw starts to take over your tooth. And I was like, what? Like alien? Ooh, we got to talk about aliens too.
Sure.
Alien like style. And they said, well, how do you fix it? And they said, oh, we just have to like cut down all the way into your gum and do this and that and this and that.
Yeah, should have said a trigger warning, Hill. This is terrible.
Sorry. Trigger warning for dental procedures. Anyway, not only did I find out I have to have one quite invasive dental surgery, I have to have 2 and a root canal.
But we're fine.
Cha-ching.
But we're fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're doing, but really we are doing okay.
We are.
We're really lucky to have such a, I don't know, our family's just full of joy and laughter.
I love my life. O loves to do a cheer quite often, and it's usually while we're eating dinner, and he'll say, cheer, family cheer, and we all put our hands in the middle of the table and we say 1, 2, 3, go family, and he gets the biggest kick out of it, and it melts my heart.
That's so sweet. The second best thing is picking him up from daycare for sure.
Oh, he ran to me today and hugged me and told me, he said, I'm so glad you're back. You came back. And I said, I always come back. And he said, I love you, and was hugging. And I was like, oh, it's so worth it.
I know. It's so nice. Okay. So one of the segments that Hill would love to put into every show is that pulling out weird stuff that she reads in her newsletters that she reads every single night. So she has one picked out special for this mini episode. And so she's going to talk about something really interesting, maybe, ? Hill?
As you all know, I need to upload my list of favorite newsletters if any of you are interested. I learn a lot, and it's, I don't know, kind of entertaining. Anyway, I learned about something this week called Operation Bear Claw, and this is through AP News. And apparently in California, there were quite a few insurance claims for a bear getting into luxury cars, specifically a Rolls Royce and 2 Mercedes in the San Bernardino Mountains. And as part of the damages, obviously insurance claims were submitted by the owners, and it happened to be 3 different people. Well, one of the insurance reviewers happened to know that the video looked a little bit strange. They claimed to have video of the bear. Like, they walked up onto their car and this bear was inside going bonkers, like bear bonkers, and scraping and anyway, breaking glass and tearing up all this fancy, expensive leather. So they submit these insurance claims only to find out that it was actually one of their friends, a human in a bear costume, acting like a bear in these luxury cars, and they had netted something like $142,000 from these from these fraudulent insurance claims. And so I was like, I mean, what does someone do? Just go like Spirit Halloween and buy a bear costume and get in their expensive ass car and go rawr and like tear it up and go like ape shit on a car? So I have a picture that we would love to put on our newly formed Instagram of the bear costume that was used to get in the car and be a bear and put in these fraudulent insurance claims.
Okay, so they're messing up their own cars.
Yes.
And then
a Rolls Royce, which I don't even know how much a Rolls Royce is.
But
like really expensive.
How much does it cost to fix these? Like, were they really making a profit?
$140,000 is nothing to like shy away from.
Right, but then they have either a broken car,
right, they're going to get the insurance money from it. They'll be without a car for a while, but yeah. So I went just really down a rabbit hole in my brain of like, one, I mean, points for creativity, right? let's get into this costume and go crazy. And two, maybe it's a really good like release of rage and anxiety. And the
What
other,
would you do to release some rage
maybe
and
we should
anxiety
act
right
it
now?
out and film it and put it on our newly formed Instagram page. Anyway,
Remember that this happened to me in real life, though, like a real bear?
Yeah. I mean, okay. Give a little context too.
Drove my little Honda Civic. Yes, we're talking about the same car. Down to Yosemite to hike the John Muir Trail in 2015, and I was with a friend, and we must have left some like wrappers in the car. So, and there's like signs everywhere. We're in Mammoth Lakes, and there's signs everywhere that say like don't leave food in your car, and like be bear aware. And we woke up in the morning to my passenger side window busted in and huge pieces of hair all around
Ew.
the edge.
Did it stink in there?
No, he tried to pull down the back. Like the bear was smart enough to know to try and pull down the back seat to get into the trunk. But because I had a hybrid, our
Oh, that's where
back
the
seat
battery
doesn't.
is.
Mhm. So that was it. They just bashed in the
Mm.
window. And then we wound up getting it fixed while it was, I think I paid to have it stored at the place that fixed the glass.
Bears got to learn how to navigate all these eco-friendly cars. Maybe
Seriously.
bears can tear up a few Teslas. I'm over them.
Well,
Those.
obviously they should just
That was not grammatically correct.
take hints from these
People.
fraudulent bears.
Bear actors. Some bad bear actors got their luxury cars all messed up, and now they're probably going to do some jail time. Anyway, if anyone's interested, Google Operation Bear Claw, and we will upload the picture of the costume that the insurance company posted. It's pretty comical. Specifically, look at the claws. They look like hair clips, kind of, or they look like
I don't know. I didn't look.
a hair clip, like not a hair clip, like a hair comb for somebody that might have like thick curly hair might use.
You didn't answer me. What would you want to do to get rid of some rage or anxiety?
Oh,
That's similar to what's
well,
your.
don't they have those rage like businesses now where you go break a bunch of shit with a bat, but you
Yeah,
wear.
would you like that?
I've never done that. Maybe we should try it and film it.
I mean, I tried to get you to scream into a pillow one time.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do
was
it at
like-
all. You just looked at me and laughed.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I was screaming because I thought you needed a good scream.
Did you feel better?
No, I was embarrassed because you didn't do it at all. You just laughed at
Yeah,
me.
no need to be embarrassed. We've been married long enough now. If you need a good old cry or scream, you go right
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, we've been in this place before that we needed to let out some rage.
That's true. So I'll think on that. But maybe all that to say, maybe we'll try one of those rage rooms.
I don't want to.
And don't any of you go out acting like a bear. Get some insurance money. Seems risky.
Yeah, good life lessons learned here.
Yes.
Cool.
So we would love to hear from you on how you are getting motivation right now. What's going well for you? What could be going a little better? What's an opportunity? If you have time, we would love to hear it. DM us on Instagram or comment if it's something that other people can see. Otherwise, you can Facebook message us, text us if you have our number. It helps give us a little bit of push. We need it right now. I need it right now. So I'd love to hear from all of you. This has been a lot of fun. I love this. This is great. And don't worry, it's not going to be just Dale and I riffing back and forth, droning on forever. We've got guests lined up. It just takes a little bit more organizing and logistically speaking than I probably initially realized between full-time jobs, a toddler, and other people's schedules, right?
Yeah, and I think that like I'll come out and say it. My stamina does not make it this late on a typical day. It is.
Mine does.
What time is it? 8:30? Yeah, I'm usually horizontal by now. So we have to pick and choose our days that we can work on it. But more to come. We will get Alexis rescheduled as soon as possible.
Yes.
And Hill wants everyone to know that she has her microphone set up with a P-pop screen that is not.
I just learned what a P-pop screen was, by the way.
And she wanted to be ergonomically sound. So
my back's sore.
She has her microphone propped up on 2 toddler games, both which I wouldn't even call games. They're just like.
They're really cute. One is called First Orchard.
Yeah, it's
And
mostly.
the pieces are made of wood. And the other one is called Monkey Around for all you parents listening. That's super cute. It has a banana, fake banana that comes with it.
They're not really games, though.
Well, it's like learning how to take turns and look at colors and
snooze.
I don't think you're supposed to say that if you're a parent.
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, my back's a little sore and Dale's all hunched over. Not really ergonomically great, but
I'm in my natural state.
I mean, we kind of have a low budget operation going on here, people. So
Yeah. Well, when we make it big.
Yeah, when we go on tour, which will be called what?
Queer Suburban Odyssey.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear from all of you soon. Please follow us on Spotify and Instagram when you can. And if you find value in these episodes, which I hope you do, we would love for you to share them.
Yeah, the feedback is so much fun. So
yeah, we've heard from so many people that I haven't heard from in a really long time, and I'm loving it. So thank you, everybody. This has really been helpful for my mental health, and I appreciate it. See you soon.